Have you ever stopped to think about the device you're watching this on? Or the building you're in right now? Or maybe the car you drive? Chances are every single one of them started its life inside a computer. And that's all thanks to a technology that completely changed how we build our world. We're talking about computer-aided design, CAD. And this is the story of its quiet digital revolution.
But to really get why this was such a huge deal, let's just rewind for a second. Really think about it. Before all these digital tools, every single line for a massive bridge or a super complex skyscraper had to be drawn by hand. We're talking a world of drafting tables, rulers, and just painstaking, careful effort, where one tiny little mistake could throw a project off for weeks.
And that's exactly where CAD comes into the picture. It's the software that basically took us from that old drafting table to a new digital canvas. It lets creators build, tweak, and even stress test their ideas with unbelievable precision, and they can do it all in a virtual space before a single penny is spent on actual materials. So, what did that jump actually look like in practice? Well, it was a massive shift from the physical to the virtual. It was a true design revolution that took us from paper to pixels.
The difference is just night and day. The old world was all about physical limits. It was slow, it was full of human error, and if you needed to change something, it was a nightmare. But this new world of CAD, it brought speed, the freedom to innovate on the fly, and a kind of digital precision that people could have only dreamed of before.
And that's the key thing to remember here. CAD wasn't just another tool in the toolbox. Nope, it was a complete and total game changer that fundamentally reshaped how entire industries think, create, and build things.
To really see its power, let's start with the world of engineering, where CAD brought this incredible new level of precision and, digital muscle.
Okay, so take, for example, designing really complex machinery. Think about something like a jet engine or a massive piece of industrial equipment with thousands of tiny interlocking parts. CAD lets engineers model every single component down to the micron, making sure everything fits and works perfectly in a digital model first.
Or let's scale that way up to something like a city-wide bridge. Civil engineers can use CAD not only to design the structure, but to run these incredibly complex simulations. They can test how it'll stand up to hurricane-force winds, heavy traffic, even earthquakes. It's like a virtual stress test that guarantees safety and, believe me, saves millions of dollars. And all of this leads to some huge advantages. Prototyping gets incredibly fast. You're testing ideas in hours, not months. Visualization gets a massive upgrade, letting people see a photorealistic 3D product instead of just a flat drawing. And like we just saw, those virtual tests catch expensive mistakes before a single piece of metal ever gets cut. It's all about reducing risk and saving a ton of time.
Now, this same power of precision and visualization was also rewriting the blueprint for architects, unlocking totally new levels of creativity and collaboration.
One of the most powerful uses today is in designing sustainable buildings. Architects can actually model a building's energy use over an entire year, simulate how sunlight will move through a space to cut down on electricity, and pick materials for maximum efficiency, all inside the software. It's amazing.
And just like with engineering, the scale can be absolutely mind-blowing. We're not just talking about one building here. We're talking about visualizing entire urban landscapes. Planners can see how a new development is going to affect traffic, views, even the shadows cast across a city.
And for the architects themselves, the benefits are immense. They get this endless creative freedom to design complex, beautiful shapes, and the software makes sure it's all structurally sound. But, maybe the biggest leap forward was in collaboration. All of a sudden, teams of architects, engineers, clients from all over the world could work together on the same living, breathing 3D model in real time.
So we've seen what it can do in engineering and architecture. But what's really going on underneath it all? What's the engine that's driving this change? It really boils down to 5 key benefits that transformed every industry CAD touched.
Okay, so it all starts with faster design, just speeding up the entire creative process. That speed then allows for incredible visualization, giving us these realistic 2D and 3D views that just bring ideas to life. And seeing things so clearly leads right to improved accuracy, which means fewer expensive mistakes down the road.
That accuracy makes collaboration totally seamless, since everyone is working from the exact same perfect blueprint. And finally, it all comes together with integration, letting us plug these digital models into other amazing tech, like 3D printing.
But here's the thing. This story is not over. The technology is definitely not standing still. So let's take a look at CAD's next frontier, because the future, well, it's already here.
That's right, the revolution is not over, not by a long shot. In fact, it might just be speeding up into its most exciting and transformative phase yet. What we're seeing now is CAD merging with other powerful technologies. Imagine an AI that suggests thousands of design improvements in seconds, or using virtual reality to literally walk through a building before anyone has even broken ground. Automation is also taking over all the boring, repetitive tasks, which frees up human designers to focus purely on innovation.
As one of our sources puts it, this is leading to a future that promises smarter, more sustainable designs and automatically optimized solutions. So the big takeaway here is that the software is becoming less of a tool and more of a creative partner in the process.
So the impact of CAD is just undeniable, but its evolution is far from finished. And that leaves us with a final thought, a question for you. As these tools get smarter and more integrated into our lives, how do you see them changing the way we create,